Hello. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today, like every day. A little bit of a different stream today. So you might be wondering, Simon, what are you going to do today? And I will be like, I have freaking no idea. No, I'm joking. I know what I'm doing today. Today, I'm doing a little bit something different. I know it's my Minecraft SMP day. I know I'm supposed to be doing that, but I'm going to be doing something different. I want to do something different today. I am thinking about, so I talk about computers a lot, and I've been talking about like possibly doing something with like that knowledge and like kind of teaching you all a little bit. Now, I'm no professional, and really, if I get something wrong, tell me. Like, I am more than happy to learn as well. I don't know everything, and I might say something wrong. I would love if you do learn, but also take everything I say with like a little bit of like, oh, you don't know everything kind of thing. So, what I'm gonna do today, I already have it kind of set up. There's this application called DroidCam. So basically, what you can do is like use your phone as a webcam. So what I have done is I have, so I might have a computer set up. Just sitting there, just waiting for me. We're gonna install Linux on it. I'm gonna talk to you about like the difference between like Ubuntu and Windows and Mac OS. I am very excited about that. Sorry if my microphone quality isn't gonna be the best. I didn't really test it out before stream that well because I was trying to rush to get to stream. Just a disclaimer also, I have never ever done this type of stream. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I believe in us. I believe in us. Bippity boppity, I'm far away. Y'all, this is gonna be fun. Let's do this. The operating system I was going to choose was Ubuntu, which is a very popular distro that a lot of people use and stuff. So, I have Ubuntu 20.04. I don't know if 22.04 has come out yet. I don't think so. Now, do I know what's on this laptop? No. Do I care? No. It is what it is, right? Right. Anyways, and with Linux, a lot of the time it is open source, so the OS is free compared to like Mac OS, where you have to get the hardware in order to be able to get the OS, and then paying for the OS still, technically. And then with like Windows, you just have to pay for it and stuff. So that's boot, right, guys, right? Okay, very cool, epic, even very epic. A VTuber, but there's a hand? Wow, crazy. Linux is a very just cool operating system, to be completely honest. It's just so cool to me. I don't know what it is about it. It's just very cool. I'm doing learning and stream. yes, you're learning about Linux. But Linux is actually very cool. Basically, like I was saying, it is a open source operating system, and basically you're able to put it on almost like anything. This is checking. I should have skipped the check. I'll probably skip the check. I'll just skip the check because that's gonna take for freaking ever. With certain things, like very like cool to learn about it. Linux is a very complicated OS compared to like especially Mac OS and Windows. Windows is pretty complicated as well, but for different reasons and stuff, and you can make it complicated, but it looks easy on the surface. Compared to Linux, where it's just complicated all around. I started messing with Linux like a couple years back. I don't use it as my main OS because I feel like there's so many more things that Windows can do. And especially because of like my streaming stuff, I just can't move over as much. It's a very cool operating system, and it's very nice to tinker with. Do I think it could be my main driver? Hell no. But yeah, one of the things that I really enjoy about Linux is the fact that you could there are so many different variants of it. Like you have Linux Mint, then you have like all the Ubuntu, and then under Ubuntu you have like a bunch of different flavors, I think they're called, which is also very cool. Like there's it used to be El Ubuntu was the lightweight one. It's not really anymore. There's another one that's more lightweight, I believe, but I haven't really messed with like lightweight operating systems in like a bit. because I don't have a laptop anymore that needs it. This MacBook Air is, I think this one was from 2013, and it no longer is supported on macOS, but it was supported for like 7 years, so that was like a very long time. And then when it started to become unsupported, that's when I got it. Because then I just tinker with it and I just put random OSs on it and stuff. Strawberry Linux. The best type of Linux. There might be a couple of things I might have to skip when I'm starting, like when this starts up, so I might change over to that. Sorry it's taking so long. This is what happens when you put on a DVD. Alrighty, I'm gonna do like a couple of things and I'll continue to talk to you guys, but then when I'll come back when I could actually like show what's on screen. Ooh, fancy noises. Fancy noises. But yes, I'll be just over here while I do a couple of things. Normal install. I thought this was after the part that I need to skip on stream, but I guess it's before. We're doing an installation sensation, right? No more made. Bonk. I should also be doing most of the mouse. Like, I have a mouse like off screen, which I should be doing a lot of the stuff with, but oh well. Linux. It's a cool operating system. Basically, it derived from Unix. Unix was way back in the day, before like really early on. It was basically I don't remember exactly like the backstory of Unix to a T, but it was basically an alternative to Windows. But Unix was very cool. The last step is the step I needed to skip. So Linux. Mac OS X and Linux actually have a lot in common. They both are derived from Unix. It's no longer called Mac OS X, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Bruno. Okay, I could show you guys again. Bonkus. There we go. Y'all can see right there, see that? Finger. Point. Alright. The name, we're gonna call it Simon. and then, gotta have the secure password, because definitely on stream, having the secure password, right? Right, guys? Right, such a secure password. Anyway, definitely not gonna uninstall this right after stream. Not gonna definitely, like, redo this entire thing after stream anyways, so definitely not. What are you talking about? Definitely not gonna put, like, Windows on it. So, while this is installing, learning today. Learning. We learning. The reason why Mac OS is based off of Unix is because way back when they were their own separate thing completely, they really needed to change it, because like that, like Mac OS 9 and stuff, and that was around the time period that Steve Jobs wasn't involved in the company, like, at all. Back when that was happening, they were really not doing great, and Next, which is the company Steve Jobs founded after he left, he got fired from Apple. He made an operating system with Next, and it was based off of Unix. Basically, what Apple did brought him back was they basically took took the Next and based it off of that, and that's just kind of how it is today, and that's what we have. So yeah, Next got acquired by Apple. And did you know that Steve Jobs was actually I think a founder, or I think he was a founder. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was a founder of Pixar, or he worked with Pixar. He did something with Pixar. But anyways, basically what I'm getting at is that Mac OS X and the Mac OS you know today is basically derived from Unix. And if you really go into the terminal, it's a lot of the same commands still as Linux. If you know Linux commands, you basically know Unix, no, you know Unix commands and you basically know Mac OS commands because it's all basically the same. Now, the thing is basically Apple took Unix and went, this shit complicated, and then made it so much easier, which is such a cool thing they did, honestly. Like, and that's like the entire like point of like everything they have ever done is basically made this easier and stuff. It's just kind of cool to see, like, even from the first versions of like Mac OS Classic, not the like Apple basics or anything like that. And it seems like, oh goodness, I love when it looks like I'm hacking when I'm just installing Chrome onto my computer. Basically, like once they made like the first Macintosh, they really made it super simple for the user, and that's like something I have to give them such props for, because it's like, it's just very cool how simple they made their OS. And then when they brought over Unix, they made that super simple, and because Unix is very much a safer environment and safer built thing compared to Windows and the NT line of things. But the thing is with Unix being as safe as it is, there's not a lot of backwards support, because things in the past get taken advantage of and get broken into, kind of thing. So, and hacked. So a lot of the times with Unix type operating systems, like, you don't really get an option for a lot of backwards support. Where compared to Windows and the NT like line of Windows, like NT meaning Windows XP to Windows 11 now, that's all NT. It very much has now become possible for like backwards support all the way up to even before NT, like 95 and 98. You could run and operate that type of stuff all day long. That very much is like a kind of like a big drawback. And then, like, especially with Mac OS, like, they dropped 32-bit support like a year, no, not a year or two. It's been like a couple of years now on Mac OS. There's no 32-bit support. So anything 32-bit, you just can't do anymore. Which honestly makes sense. And with like I love how this has turned into me ranting about Apple, not even Linux. But anyways, like, how Linux is and how macOS is. Linux really doesn't have a lot of 32-bit support either. You actually have to activate a command in order to get 32-bit support back. And usually the only reason you want 32-bit support back is so you could use Wine. Is a application that allows you to play or use Windows applications on Linux. Because basically every operating system is basically the same, and you could really run like a Linux application on Windows, and it should be fine because everything converts code into x86. No, well, yeah, it kind of, the easiest way to explain it is everything converts it to x86 language for the CPU. So the thing is that with Linux, it's just a different thing compared to Windows, where it's like DLL files. So basically, if you convert those DLL files to, I don't know what Linux uses, I can't remember, but if you are able to convert it, then it's golden. It's golden. You can do it. You can do it. Alrighty, back to the better mic. Alright. I'm multitasking as always. Yes. Multitasking is good. Alright. Hey, and you're learning. You're learning while multitasking, so that's good. I need to get a motherboard. But the explanation has been very interesting so far. That is good, that is good. I'm happy it has been. Bippity boppity, I am the back. Hello. We should probably go back to the other computer. Since it's done. We gotta restart. Gotta restart, right, chat? Right. But yeah, Linux is one of, like, honestly, like, Ubuntu is one of my favorite, like, flavors of Linux. It is a very, very nice and laid out version of Linux. A lot of people that actually like Linux, though, tend to not like Ubuntu, which is understandable. It is a very, like, I kind of explain it like it is the Windows of Linux, where it's super, super easy for people to use. If they want to get into Linux, Ubuntu is where I point them to. If they want to get into intense Linux, they could go to other versions of Linux, and they do like it a lot better. Sorry, I just need to do that so that way the disk doesn't activate. It's a very cool operating system, though, and they really do a good job at making it look really nice. Like some versions of Linux, oh god, it just looks... I also have another laptop. I was actually thinking about doing this exact install on that laptop, but that laptop, I believe, crashes during this install, so I decided, let's not do that. Anyways, I hate this window. Next, done. Okay. Anyway, so we're already at the beginning part. Yeah, Linux doesn't take that long to install. Windows literally sometimes takes hours. It is insane. But anyways, we're at the startup. We're at the starting screen. Might be like, now what do I do? You gotta basically update. You always have to update Linux whenever you get a new thing, which really is for anything, which it'll take a second. It'll take a second, and then it'll start doing that, unless I'm not connected to the internet, which I might not be. Give me a second. Usually it does. I wonder who that was. Ooh, I wonder. Anyways, hello, Nickdo. I don't think there's a Minecraft zombie in my Linux installation. And I also talked about how you were gonna come to stream and literally someone was gonna come to stream. I shouldn't say you, but someone was gonna come to stream and literally redeem something, and I was gonna be like, "What? There's a Minecraft zombie in my Linux installation? Crazy!" Let's play a game. Let's play a game, chat. Is there any games installed? Probably not, because I probably didn't get them. Oh wait, I do have the games. Okay, I have an operating system now. Cool. Now I could customize it. But right now I can't because it's upgrading and it's probably going to crash every application I open. But anyways. I had fun. And I should change over my mic. So give me one second.